We've all seen the speaker. You know the one. He has too many PowerPoint slides, a teeny tiny little font, and who can forget the effects? Each new bullet appears with a different effect. Pinwheels, noises, and bouncing. However, no one wants to be that presenter. Hi, I'm Abby Peterson from Webster County, and I'm here to solve all your PowerPoint woes. Today, we will talk about the most common PowerPoint mistakes, how to be effective in your PowerPoint presentation, and different tips for presenting with a PowerPoint. First, let's talk about the most common PowerPoint mistakes, so you won't be that guy with the annoying PowerPoint. The first mistake many people make is that they have too many PowerPoint slides. Although there is no easy answer for determining how many slides a PowerPoint should have, a good rule of thumb is that the speaker should be the star of the PowerPoint, not the presentation. Another mistake many people make is that they have too many words per slide. This is an example of a terrible PowerPoint slide. This small of a type makes people squint and concentrate on reading the slide rather than listening to what you're saying. Instead of having this type of slide, follow the rule of 6. This means that you have a maximum of 6 bullets per page and a maximum of 6 words per bullet. Your PowerPoint printout should also not be able to be used as a handout. This is a sign that you have too many words per slide. Animations are another problem that many people face when watching PowerPoints. The inventor of the PowerPoint has said that presentations should have formats that could be comparable to the transparencies of days past. This slide was supposed to have lots of ridiculous animations, and so now it's doing it, and that would be an example of a terrible PowerPoint slide. Instead of having this type of slide, make sure that your animations and graphics are used to retain the main idea, not to entertain. Now you know what not to do when making a PowerPoint. Let's talk about what you should be doing to make sure that you and your PowerPoint are effective. First, make sure that the content is the focus of your presentation, not the PowerPoint. Therefore, you need to make sure that you have quality research from many different sources. You should also have a logical flow throughout your presentation. This means that you don't jump from one point to another, and all your information is connected back to your main thesis. You should also select your colors carefully when designing your PowerPoint. Have simple colors and make sure you experiment with all these colored combinations so they look good when being projected. Your design should also be consistent throughout your presentation. Make sure that you don't have a variance of colors and have the same background and text throughout. This will lead to an attractive but simple design. Also, you should make sure that you have a sans serif font in a dark colored font and make sure it's no smaller than 24 point. Finally, make sure that your graphics are high quality and that you have a design that is uncluttered around the text and graphics. The last thing we will talk about today is different tips so that you and your presentation are successful. Firstly, make sure that you keep it simple when designing your PowerPoint. Cut the clutter and make sure you only have one image per slide. Also, make sure that you check for spelling and grammar. If you have this type of mistake, it makes you seem unprofessional. Make sure that you are not reading the slides when you are presenting. Your PowerPoint should be used for main points, not for a script. Therefore, make sure that you have a script that explains on what your PowerPoint says. This script should have a beginning, middle, and end. And finally, make sure that you're talking to the audience when you present, not the screen or the computer. PowerPoints are sometimes things of angst for the audience who has to listen to them. However, with the things I have taught you today, the most common PowerPoint mistakes, how to be effective in your PowerPoint presentation, and different tips for presenting with a PowerPoint, you won't be that guy with the horrible PowerPoints, but the guy whose audience loves to hear him present. This concludes my presentation. Are there any questions?
During your research, what was something that you were surprised about when you were looking at your topic?
The question asked was, when I was researching, what was something I was surprised about when I was learning about my topic? I think the most surprising thing was to use a sans serif font, because a lot of times, like in English class, people will tell me use Times New Roman, but then I learned that sans serif fonts are meant to be used when you are reading a little amount rather than a whole paper. Are there any other questions? If there are no more questions, this concludes my presentation. Thank you.